Okay, the Detroit Lions have received the news that we need the Detroit Lions to receive. This happened last year and it's happening again this year, where the Detroit Lions start getting healthy in the back end of the year. So we're going to look at the injury report for this week's game against the Bears. It is looking good. But before I do that, I need to actually remember to tell you guys something I forget in almost every video. We have a Twitter account now, X, whatever you want to call it. Go search for us. Sports Talk Detroit. That's an easy platform to stay in connection with you guys. So that's how we want to continue to do that. So make sure you like that. Also, like and subscribe to this. Why not? All right. So let's look at this injury report and let's see what we have going on here. All right. So first, let me make this a little bit nicer for you. So we have a couple of guys that are out that I do think are important players, but then a bunch of people who are in. All right. So the first two, as you can see here, offensive guard Jonah Jackson is out. From everything I'm hearing, it is the wrist that is keeping him out, not the ankle that kept him out in a game a couple weeks ago. The ankle's still a little sore, so he will have time to kind of rest and rehab that bad boy. But he also has this new wrist injury popping up. And I got to be honest, this is starting to be somewhat concerning. Jonah Jackson, the last couple years, has started to become a little bit injury prone. And that's kind of scary to see. That's kind of hard to look at when you're thinking about re-signing him to a big contract. But that's not what this video is about. The other person that's out is Isaiah Buggs. Are we going to miss Buggs in the middle? Buggs. Sorry, I went Space Jam there. That was stupid. But anyways, yes, Isaiah Buggs is out. That doesn't kill us necessarily. You still have Benito Jones that is available to play. And, I mean, Buggs and Jones have been basically interchangeable. Here's where it becomes a problem. In the NFL, you want to be able to rotate. Isaiah Buggs can rush the passer and he can stop the run. Okay, so I think that like the Jonah Jackson one, it's a bummer. It's not the biggest deal in the world. The Bugs one, even though he's not as good of a player as Jackson, I don't like this one because what happens is Bugs as an interior presence, you need pressure up the middle against mobile quarterbacks like Justin Fields. You want to have that. Or you just want guys who have the ability to get off their blocks and stop the rushing lanes that can occur for quarterbacks up the middle. So that's kind of a bummer. Here's the good news. It looks like Broderick Martin is going to get activated for this game. So maybe we're going to be able to see what the rookie can do. He's going to be more of a rundown type of guy. We'll see if he's worked on his pad level. I know that was a big issue for him coming out of college and kind of early on in the year was he would go high. Here's the good news. All right. So let's look at all the rest of the good news. All right. Iffy is questionable, which is good. I mean, he's a backup player anyway, so hopefully we don't need him. But it looks like if we do need him to play, he will be able to. And then you have the four guys where you're like, oh, good, they're not hurt. Donovan Peoples-Jones, who part of it might have been he may not have been that hurt last week, but he was just getting used to the offense. But I think he did come over with a little bit of an injury. You have the defensive tackle Levi and Wuzurike, no designation. That's a really good sign. Frank Ragnow, no designation, and Khalif Raymond, no designation. So you get all those guys back. But here's why it's a great injury report ahead of the game. It's a great injury report ahead of the game because of all the people that aren't on it. Like, how often are we used to seeing an injury report that's 5, 6, 7 players deep that are out or questionable? We have 2 guys out, only one that is questionable. All right. Only one that is questionable. Whereas if you look over on the Bears side, Noah Sewell, the linebacker, Panay's bro, is out. Tremaine Edmonds is questionable. Deontay Foreman is questionable. The Deontay Foreman who absolutely destroyed us running the football. The Deontay again last year for the Panthers. I can finish my sentences. I promise. He absolutely destroyed us running the football last year for the Panthers. He is questionable, or at least not 100%. All right. So the Bears have a couple of guys. Khalil Herbert will be activated and from the IR in time for the game. So that's a thing. But like for the most part, I think the reason I like this injury news is because nobody was added to it other than Bugs with the illness. You only have two guys that are out, and they're yes, starting caliber players. Jonah Jackson is absolutely a beast on that offensive line, but he hasn't been playing great this year. He has not been playing great. This would be less of a loss if Vaitai and Glasgow were healthy. They're not. So Kayode Iwasika is going to come in. He's likely going to play. I think it's too soon for Schofield to come in and play. Otherwise, I would even make the argument that Schofield might be getting the nod in this one. But he's just, that's too early. You never know, though. I don't know. I mean, the dude has been around. He understands things. There's no doubt about that. But our depth is looking really good. Our wide receiver room is healthy right now. Our running back room is healthy right now. Our quarterback room is healthy right now. Tight end. Like for the most part, if you're going and saying, yep, you got 4 out of 5 starters on your offensive line, most teams in the NFL would take that right now at this point in the season. If you say you have all 4 starters on the defensive line, but you're missing one depth piece, I think every team in the NFL would take that right now. So, yes, I think that is a good thing. Don't get me wrong. You still can't forget that we got Mosley on IR, CJ Gardner Johnson on IR, James Houston on IR, which Chris did a video on him. It looks like he's got some good news coming his way as well. All right. Who knows what that's going to look like, but we're close. And so, yeah, I think I just wanted to make a video just kind of making sure everybody knew where the injury report was at, who you can expect to see, who you can expect to see. But also, one thing that I love about this, how many times last year on this list right here would you see, St. Brown? Oh, yeah, he's got a little bit of a toe. He's questionable. He's putting in limited practices. How often would you see Swift on there? Oh, yeah, he's got a shoulder, and he might be, 5-10 touches or something like that. How often would you see DJ Chark on there and wondering if he's even going to make it for the game with an ankle? Like these are the things where you have playmakers that are hurt. And right now, at least going into this game, trying to get to 8-2, trying to hope that the Broncos help us with the Vikings and really get a stronghold on this division going into the back 7 games at the 10-game mark. We have a team that's healthy and able to do it. So really excited about that. Let me know what you're thinking. Thank you so much for watching. Again, Twitter, Facebook, like and subscribe on YouTube. That's where we do the vast majority of our content. So thanks for watching and see you on the next one.